Well, hello, folks, and thank you for joining us again for the latest edition of Tim Scott Uncancelled with me, Tim Scott. And the format's the same as ever. A few opening remarks from me, but we've got some great stories for you today. We go out, get the newspapers, we go behind the front pages, so more than you'll get on the evening headline shows. We go behind the front pages. We look into the stories. We get the papers and we give you the facts, so you don't have to go out and buy the papers. You get them here. So I'll be introducing our guest in a minute, Bruce Goodwin from New Culture Forum. Great to have him on the show again. So yes, we've got some great stories for you today. And as ever, we try to end with a slightly humorous or light-hearted one. And we've got a very interesting one, particularly if there's any sports fans out there. Yes, so you can find us on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and in the search box, you put in Unprecedented TV, you will find us. And if you could give us a cheeky follow, that would be very much appreciated. Well, folks, what times we are living in, and not always for the right reasons. The recent murderous attack in Sydney reminds us of, as if we needed a reminder, of the challenges of radical extremist Islamism. What will our response be? And we now have the government's employment bill or unemployment bill gone through. Will it lead to more job losses, make things more difficult for business? I fear that it will. And also at this time, we bring you over Christmas and New Year. Of course, we bring you our best Christmas greetings. It's always Christmas on this show. Never Winterval or Happy Holidays. So a constant theme of this show is how much Britain has going for it. Just been looking at the Erasmus scheme. We're rejoining this EU Erasmus scheme, for which we're paying 570 million, and apparently that's with a 30% discount. Last time we were in, it cost us 210 million. So from 210 to 570, that's inflation for you, isn't it? And before long, it'll be costing us $1 billion a year. At a time when, and I checked with the World University rankings, Britain has more world-class and world-ranked universities than the rest of the EU put together. And it's not just Oxford and Cambridge. It's Edinburgh, Durham, Bristol, Warwick, some of the London universities, London School of Economics, UCL, King's College, Imperial, of course, all globally top-ranked universities, and we've got more of them than the EU put together. So how come they're not paying us? How come we're paying them? Make it make sense. And deeply embedded troubles that we have. One of the things that we're going to be looking at on the show is, can Keir Starmer be trusted with Brexit? In fact, that is our first story. So with that thought in mind, let's bring in today's guest. Good to have him back. Bruce Goodwin.
Good morning. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning, Bruce, from New Culture Forum. Why don't you briefly just tell us a little bit about New Culture Forum, Bruce, and where people can find you?
Yes, actually, it's a very sad moment because for those that know New Culture Forum, our founder, Peter Whittle,
great guy,
passed away, and we have his funeral on Monday. He said he was ahead of the game. He set the New Culture Forum up in 2006 as a think tank, when nobody else was really thinking about culture. And here it is today, probably alongside the economy is the most salient topic for discussion. So
it is.
He developed it from a think tank into a sort of media group. And now we have a grassroots movement attached to it as well. And I run one of the local groups.
Yes.
About 40.
Very good. Good group.
We have about 40 around the country now, and it's just basically, we're not party affiliated. We're just trying to stimulate debate and thought and so on, and just get people out and talking from behind the sofa, really. Yeah,
Peter Whittle, sadly missed. Great guy. I remember when he was on the London Assembly. And where can people find New Culture Forum? The website, or where can people find it?
Yeah, newcultureforum.org.uk. If you go into there, you'll see the locals thing as well. And then we're on YouTube. There are 3 shows a week, I think.
Yeah, good.
Not per week. There are 3 separate shows. One weekly show and and then of course we publish books and documentaries, which can also be found on YouTube.
newcultureforum.org.uk. Okay, well, folks, along with Unprecedented TV on YouTube, do give that a visit, newcultureforum.org.uk. Okay, so let's have a look at our first story. And we were talking about Brexit and the paying a fortune to rejoin the Erasmus scheme. And here's our first story. So this is, we get a variety of newspapers and go behind the front pages. So here's our first story from the Express. PM slammed over disaster Gibraltar deal. Keir Starmer has been accused of another betrayal of Brexit as he hands yet more key powers to Brussels. The government is planning to give Spanish border guards complete say over whether British citizens can enter Gibraltar. Now, I've flown to Gibraltar quite a few times, and it's quite wonderful actually, because you fly over Puerto Banús and you can look down and see the bull ring at the back, and then you fly round the rock with the rock on your right. Yep, there it is. You fly round the rock with the rock on your right, and then you can just see there on the left of the photograph, the runway sticks out into the sea, and as you land, as per the photograph, you land from left to right on
with the rock on your right and La Linea on your left. Yeah,
absolutely, Bruce. You've made that journey, and I remember I landed one time. It's actually quite an exciting landing, and I landed one time, and there was a beautiful yacht in the harbour with a helicopter on the back. I thought James Bond has arrived. But to go back to the story, those flying in and out from the rock will be forced to show their passports twice, once to Gibraltar and once to Spanish, essentially giving Madrid a veto over whether Brits can enter a British overseas territory. Bruce, what do you think? I mean, can we trust Starmer with Brexit?
Well, again, it's they're flying against what they had put in their manifesto. But I think the answer is probably because he's actually pandering to his own party and not to the country at the moment. We've seen this in, I think ever since the rebellion on the welfare bill, we've seen policy and the narrative coming out of Number 10 has been talking to his backbenchers rather than actually trying to run the country. He's trying to keep his party together. And I think on the one hand, he's trying to do trade deals with the rest of the world, and on the other hand, trying to appease his party. So that's why we can't trust him, because his party's trying to keep his party together, I think.
You're right.
And, we've seen this rash of deals. It's a rash of rash deals coming through, not just Erasmus, but, they've given more fishing rights away to get access to more talks. They're paying over the odds, as you said, with Erasmus. And I think the content of the Gibraltar deal is weak because they're just not negotiating well. I mean, Gibraltar's slightly different in that the Gibraltarians were almost to a man for remaining in the EU.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, to be fair.
So they're obviously pushing for a deal, and that's obviously because of the problems that existed long before Brexit.
When the Spanish completely closed the border.
Exactly. But, you know, the thing is, it's about negotiation, and, you know, the government is just falling over itself.